Yo, 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 welcome back, Four Quarters Podcast. How you feeling?
Four Quarters Pod, we back. Jay
Back
Hazz
at it again. Yes, sir, sure. It's that time of year, man. That time of year, NBA playoffs.
It's getting critical.
It's getting interesting. It's getting real interesting. It's probably one of the more competitive years in the league we've had in a long time. Just like with all the especially in the West, how competitive and crazy the schedule and the standings are. It's getting good, man. It's getting good.
50 wins used to get you in, and you can get 50 any given year now and be out the picture with 50 wins, which is
you can get 40 or 50 wins and be a 3-4 seed now. It's crazy. It's crazy how competitive the league is, how even it is to a degree across the West. So let's break this playoffs down real quick for some of the matches that we do have. The last two playing games are tomorrow night, which would be Friday night. So we don't got those yet. But I think the 1-8 seed on both sides should advance regardless.
Yeah.
I think Memphis, if Memphis plays the Thunder, it'd be a good series. But I think the Thunder will still get them. I'm not really worried about the Thunder, like whoever they play now. That kind of the Warriors are the 7 seed, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So let's start off with the first one. We got the 4-5 Clippers, Nuggets. Nuggets to 4, Clippers to 5. What you think this series is going?
I think that series is going 7. I think that series is going 7, and I think that I'm gonna give it to Denver just because Jokic might have a 60-point triple-double in that type of game, right? Or it's just they have Zoo, but after Zoo, they don't have really another good center option. Like, the reports are saying now, they basically been using Ben Simmons as their backup 5, so it's like that could get interesting. I don't know if Ben's gonna be able to, like, in a playoff series, really hurt you offensively enough for that to be good. Like,
right.
So, but I got 7 just because, hey, Uno and Kawhi. This is
From when I saw Kawhi in that last game of the season against the Warriors, he's locked the fuck in. He's locked in. He's playing at a very high level right now. He's in shape. He's healthy. He's scary right now.
This is going to be his first postseason run in a minute.
He's been since Toronto that he's been healthy.
Yeah.
And he's dangerous. I don't want to play Kawhi in the playoffs. He can beat you by himself for some nights. That he's that good and that efficient on both ends of the floor. So it's gonna be tough. I'm curious to see how Jamal Murray's looking because he's been out for a minute.
True.
Is he coming back? How's he gonna look when he comes back? He's gonna be a huge piece for them because he's big for them in the playoffs. But we'll see. James and Kawhi are tough. I do like the Clippers in this series a little bit.
Okay.
I do think it goes 6 or 7 for sure.
Okay.
No less than 6.
Okay. No gentleman's sweep.
I'm leaning towards the Clippers in 7.
Wow.
Just because Kawhi, because I think they have more scoring than the Nuggets do. Yeah. Like after Jokic and Jamal, it really gets like it can get dicey for the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon can score, but can he do it every night? Those kind of guys like the Christian Browns, like those they're going to be important in this series. Then PJs.
Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. Like you don't foresee him like lighting Kawhi Leonard up. It's like
no, I don't see that happening.
Yeah,
I see Kawhi and James having more nights than like another duo for the Nuggets.
I like that. Wow, that's a good way. That's a good way to look at it.
It's gonna be tough, and the Clippers locked the hell up. Like they play great defense with Kawhi down there.
We're not even talking about Norman Powell.
Yeah, I say Norman Powell's a 20-point scorer. Like they're tough. They got Bogdanovich over there off the bench, who's very good off the bench. Like they got pieces over there.
I'm gonna still lean Denver for the 7. I'm gonna just say, if you're that guy, you're the center.
He is that guy.
You're the toughest matchup. You should, after Zoo, they really shouldn't have no answer for you. Which even
I feel like they're gonna let him go for 50 every night and no one else is gonna score.
That's not bad.
That's what I feel like that's what they're going. That's the game plan. That Jokic should get his points and just try and shut everybody else off.
That's not a bad formula with him because I was thinking about this a couple of weeks ago when he had the 60. I was like,
and lost by the way.
He historically doesn't win those type of games. Where it's late. You got 48, but you gonna need 55 to win. It's like he doesn't.
In these type of
it's not his game.
in this era of the NBA, scoring 50 doesn't win you games like I used to. Like you're scoring 145 points a game.
Yeah,
that's a third of the points. You know what I mean? Like there's
who
still a
else,
lot. There's still 95 more points left on the floor.
Yeah. Hopefully a couple of other guys got 20 pieces.
You know what I'm saying? So you're hoping, you have to hope another couple of guys getting 20, 25 because it's not going to, 50, I'm not saying 50 won't win you a game, but in these days, you can get a 60 triple-double like he did in overtime and still end up on the short end of the stick.
D Book lost with a 70.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough for sure. But yeah, I'm a lean clip 7.
Okay,
but
I got
game 1's going to be a big game 1. Game 1 for all these series is always great, big for the road team. That's the time that's the easiest time to steal game 1. I feel on the road is get that first one.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it happens. They play, I think, Saturday at 12:30. It's gonna be a hell of a game. But yeah, it's gonna be a good series. Next we got Lakers Timberwolves 3-6. I got Lakers in 5 in this.
Interesting.
I got Lakers in 5 in this.
I was thinking the same thing.
I just think we got too much firepower for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle's gonna have to play out of his mind for them to really beat us. He don't play out of his mind. Like, you don't have to really give us like 25 and 12.
To your point about the previous series with Yoke, who's gonna come with Ant and be like a regular 26, 25 guy. And Julius hasn't proven to be that in the postseason. So
it's gonna be Ant's gonna get his numbers. I mean, we have all guys to throw at Ant, so I think we have some good matchups. They're gonna hunt Luka as usual because it's the playoffs. It's gonna be all about matchups. Is he going to guard enough in some of these games? I think it'll be fine for the first round because they don't have as many guys like Ant to go at you. It's different when you get to the OKC and you got multiple dudes going at you. It's a different story. The Rockets are kind of a one-headed monster to a degree. If Julius is not playing well, you shut Ant off a little bit. You have a very good chance to beat them. So I got the Lakers in 5 in that, 6 tops.
I was thinking too, like what you have to do with Minnesota at this stage right now. If you can make Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert pretty much unplayable,
you have to do.
You could really hurt them. That's like now they're leaning on Alexander Walker and so it's like
I think it'll be a competitive 5. Like I don't think there'll be many blowouts.
No,
but I think we have the more experienced team down the stretch as well to like win those games. With Ron being like off the ball, some possessions gonna get them offensive rebounds, stuff like that. Like I think like now when we have Luka, people are kind of forgotten about Bron, but you forget about how good in the playoffs, especially the next level he goes to. So I'm very excited to see how that looks for the Lakers. But I think we should get that series. It's gonna be a good one though. But I think it's gonna be in 5-6. But all close games, no blowouts. And then next we got Rockets Warriors 2-7. I say this is probably the most compelling series in the West.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one for me.
This is gonna be a good ass series.
I'm saying my gut is saying Warriors in 7. My gut's saying Warriors in 7. I think this is gonna. Here's what I love about this series too. Houston, their G League roots came a lot from the Warriors. They were in the G League trying to simulate some Warrior stuff. That's why they hired Mike D'Antoni. Let's play 5 out, let's shoot more threes. It was to combat the Warriors. So it's almost like a little coming of age story. Mr. Miyagi and Daniel San a little bit. Like
a little bit different staff and everybody, but definitely over the course of the years of them kind of getting to this point for sure.
Right. So I'm gonna say Warriors in 7, just that experience. Much to what I said about Minnesota, Fred, are you gonna be playable in a series like this? Because it's a lot of space to guard. If you're not hitting, you got some bigger guards, some tougher guards to deal with the Warriors, like Buddy and Pods. You know what I mean? So it's just, you can. So, but I'm gonna go with 7 for the Warriors. Experience.
Yeah, I want the Warriors to win the series. So I'm gonna go Warriors in 7 also. It's gonna be a tough series. Be on the road first, especially gotta get one of these first 2. I think they get one of these first 2. They get real dicey real quick.
Yeah.
The thing about the Warriors is you gotta beat Steph Curry. He's not gonna beat himself. You gotta knock them out.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to go. You don't have to go out there and beat Jimmy and Steph to really win this series. Like you don't have to go beat them 4 times. They ain't gonna get it in the playoffs. They're not gonna be giving it up giving games up like that. So I'm curious to see if the Rockets have enough down the stretch to like go beat the Warriors. Because also like I don't know when time to get a go-to bucket. Who we going to? We going to Jalen Green? We going to Sengun? Is it Fred's turn?
Are we going Fred?
Is it going hot hand only? Like it depends. It depends. When you have a young team like that, you just don't know until you get in the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Here's where I like to lean Warriors too. If this series were to say go gentleman sweepish, right? 5-6, I would side more towards with the Warriors doing that just on moxie and experience and maybe Thompson. Hey, this is your first playoffs. It's a tough one.
He's gonna be key. Shot, he's gonna be key.
This could be. Is it gonna be 17% from three series? Type of thing where it's like. So if I do have to side with a gentleman sweep, shorter series is gonna be Warriors on experience and know how I've done it before.
I'll say this: the Rockets ain't coming out. I don't think they're coming out and beating the Warriors 4-1. I don't see that happening. So I do agree with you. It's going to be a dogfight of a series if it does go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see. I mean, I know they're going to put Amin Thompson on probably on Steph because I worked the last game of the season. I'm very curious to see how the game's officiated because no one gets grabbed more off the ball than Steph. No one gets hit on shots more than Steph. And no one gets less calls than Steph when it comes to some of these plays. So I'm very curious to see how that's all officiated. And Draymond and Dylan Brooks, who gonna fight first? Who getting thrown out first? I'm very curious to see how that dynamic plays out. It's gonna be a very chippy series.
Again, I side Warriors because Draymond knows how. Draymond's done this so many times. He knows how to straddle that line. He knows how to straddle that line and get you kicked out, and he don't get kicked out. Or
somehow
or you get So or you didn't even do nothing, but it's a double tech. Both of y'all got a tech.
Right. Yeah, that's facts.
Now you mad.
And it's really remarkable. I've never ever seen a player be able to turn it on when the playoffs start like Jimmy Butler. I've never seen it before. Dude's been on the Warriors for like 20-some games, and he's averaging like 11 points. He's not even doing nothing on offense. He's passing up layups, not even looking for a shot. In the playing game, the man had 38, and he was hunting.
Shooting 17 free throws.
Hitting floaters, hitting mid-ranges, getting offensive tip-ins. Like, he was everywhere. Yeah. I'm like, this dude in the playoffs is literally a different animal, and it's unreal to watch. I've never seen anything like it. Like, LeBron, like, is 25 a game, and they go to 30. But I'm not seeing, like, 22 to 32. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a 10-point increase.
Well, sometimes we throw away we throw those monikers around loosely, like playoff this or Dame time, but like some of them are really real, like a Dame time or playoff Jimmy is real, like it's a real
thing.
Yeah.
It's not a anomaly when we say that it's a real thing. Like he does it every single time he gets in the playoffs. He shows up and shows out. It's remarkable.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been unbelievable for them.
We both saying Warriors in 7.
Yeah, I think we're going to go Warriors in 7.
Okay.
We'll get to the East in the second quarter. All right, y'all. We'll be back in a second. We're on the second quarter. Welcome back. Second quarter, 4 quarters podcast. All right, so to the East. East is a little interesting when it comes to the 4-5-3-6 matchups. I even like the 2-7 matchup, Celtics Magic. I like that matchup a lot.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
So we'll start off with the Celtics Magic. Now, I'm going to say Celtics in 6 at the most because these are the defending champs. Yeah. And I ain't going to disrespect them like that. But I do think the Magic match up well with Boston.
I'm going to say Celtics in 6 as well. And the 6 is more, just as a basketball fan, I want to see that. I would love it to go 7,
right. As a basketball fan, 100%.
Yeah, and they're missing Suggs for me. It's like if they
that is true.
If they had Suggs,
it's a big piece.
They would damn near have identical type of little matchups.
It's funny too because if the Magic didn't get so hurt in the middle of the year, they'd probably be a 5-4 seed.
Yeah, they wouldn't even be matched up.
Because they were rolling at the beginning of the year till both Franz and Paolo both got hurt, and then you lost Jalen Suggs. It was like, man. So
to even be where they're at. Testament to the coach. I think is Jacques Vaughn over there or
that's his name. I forget the man's name.
Mosley. Mosley.
Yes.
Coach
Mosley.
Coach Mosley. My fault.
I was tripping.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Incredible to even be in the. They should be. They should not even. They should be probably out the playoffs. You know, like you lose two benchmark players. Like so,
facts. Two possible, two damn near almost all stars. Or possibly all stars this year.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna go Celtics as well in 6. But I would love to see Paolo pump his chest a little bit in this series.
This is going to be a good measuring stick to see where Paolo's at.
Yeah.
He's early in his career still. I'm not saying he's supposed to be anywhere in particular, but I'm just curious. Like, all right, you playing Tatum, defending the champ. He runs the East at the moment. Let's see where you measure up in terms of like, all right, let's make this a game type of shit. Because Paolo's no slouch now.
Two Duke guys.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. Then you got Franz versus Jaylen Brown, which is also a really good matchup.
Yeah.
I think it could be seeing those 4 go at it will be fun. Celtics just have so much better role players in the Magic that they're going to end up winning these games in the crunch time with Drew Holiday and Derek White and Porzingis and they have so many guys on that team that are so good. Peyton Pritchard off the bench. They got dudes who don't play who people would love have on their team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it goes to the when you have those role players in the margins, it's like Anthony Black. You've been shooting good all year. You're gonna shoot 20% in the playoffs. Like it happens to guys. You know,
it happens to guys. Yeah, it happens. And the Celtics got guys who are proven and done this already. Right. They got the same exact team as last year. Ain't no pressure for them in Orlando. Ain't gonna be no pressure.
You know where your shots coming from if you're Boston.
Yeah, they're a well-oiled machine. So it's gonna be tough to beat them. But I got Celtics in 6 at the most. It could go. It could easily be a sweep. It could easily go 6. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we'll see. But next we got probably my favorite series in the East right here. Knicks Pistons.
Yeah.
Boy, if I'm the Knicks fan, I'd be a little nervous.
Oh, for sure.
I'd be a little nervous.
On that note, I'm going Pistons in 6.
Yeah,
I'm going Pistons in 6. Over the Knicks, man.
I got Pistons in 7. Okay. I gotta win it in the Garden because the only reason is because when it gets to like Game 7 games in the Garden, they like expect to lose out there because they've been through so much of this shit already. They go in with such like low expectations. That's how you lose. That's why you lose. Yeah, because you don't believe in your team fully.
There's also this thing with the Garden where historically now it's like it's a little different than Staples. Like the Garden, you're a little more you're pumped at Staples, but at the Garden it's kind of like, man, I'm trying to get the record. I'm trying to get the, you know what I mean? It's a little it's hard to explain. It's like that you want to be booed. You don't want to be booed at Staples, but you want to be booed at MSG because you did some, you beat their team. You know, it's like,
yeah, you just know how Knicks fans are, so it's easier to get under their skin than it is for Laker fans. Laker fans have won. When you go to Laker Arena, you win this game, cool. Like we've won 18 chips. Like whatever. You got it tonight. But like the Knicks ain't won nothing really.
I'm going to your house.
Yeah, like the Knicks ain't really won nothing. So when they get close, they get a taste of like what it feels like. It hurts even more for them at the end of the day. So I think Kate Cunningham is a real issue. Like he's really gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a good series. They've already gotten a little chippy. I think the Knicks they still have no bench for me. I hate the way they do their subs. I'm very curious to see how. I think Jalen Brunson getting hurt when he did may help him in the playoffs a little bit, have a little more legs.
True.
He hasn't played a little bit in the last couple of months. It might be a little fresher. Now he might not be as in game shape as he might like to be, but he'll play the way in the shape.
I think, and I want to get to that matchup because the reason why I'm leaning Pistons as well, I don't know if you can live with that one-on-one matchup, Brunson and Cade, for a 7-game series. Like, I don't know.
Detroit got too many dudes to throw at him. Detroit gonna throw the Thompson boy on him. They gonna throw everybody at Brunson.
I'm saying for New York defensively, I'm saying like when that boy Cade start posting up and getting to that jump hook,
they're probably gonna throw OG on him.
Yeah,
to match his height. They're probably throw OG on him to match his height, or Josh Hart.
So when you're doing that in the playoffs, it's like this is you've arrived. So I'm hoping that Cade has a big series. Like,
I think he will. I think he knows it's his moment to kind of show up. They always say you make your name in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So and this is his first. He has been in the league for 3-4 years. Hasn't sniffed the playoffs. Coming as a 6 seed, it's gonna be rocking in Detroit to start off. It's gonna be rocking in there. And they're hungry, bro. They're young and they're hungry. Yeah. Malik Beasley having a career year in threes. They got a lot going for him this year. They got a lot going for him. I think they have the coach of the year. In my opinion, they got the coach of the year.
Yeah.
Like they have a lot to look forward to, and their fan base has been salivating for a team like this. And we'll see. And the Knicks and them is a perfect series because it kind of brings up the old East rivalries a little bit. Bring back it's gonna get chippy in this series. You know that. It's gonna be a fun one.
The Pistons, like all the like old players from the Pistons and stuff, they're already pumping up Isaiah Stewart, saying, "Oh, we love it. We love that."
As they should, of course.
Get a couple texts. Go ahead.
So it's gonna be interesting. Cat's gonna be a big. He's always a big factor on this team, but with the grittiness and toughness of Detroit, I'm curious to see how he matches it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's always on us as he get that soft tag a lot. So we'll see. This will be a good test. See what he's looking like.
Great test. Much to the scoring point. Like with the rebounds with Cat, you can't average 13 boards in the regular season and get to these playoffs and get 6-7 boards a game again.
Yeah, he has to stay consistent.
Yeah.
But he's had a hell of a year. So
hell of a year.
Had a hell of a year. He'll be first. He'll probably be second. He'll be first, second team on NBA this year.
Yeah.
If he's not first, he's for sure second team.
Yeah.
He's had a hell of a year. So I hope he can carry it over. It's like he's comfortable in New York. He likes it out there. So if he's rolling, they're tough to beat. They're tough to beat. Because Brunson's gonna get his. Yeah. He's gonna get his. But can Cat be consistent enough making enough threes? And then the next series, Pacers Bucks 4-5. Pacers are 4, Bucks to 5. Great series.
Great series.
Report came out today that Dame is been cleared. He's he's not playing game 1. But hopefully be back game 2, game 3. I see him probably come back game 3, first game back in Milwaukee.
Oh, so Indiana has home court?
Yeah, they're the 4.
Wow. That was a rough start. Milwaukee had a rough start.
They did. They climbed their way back into a good little spot though.
That being said, I'm going Bucks in 6. I'm going Bucks in 6. I think Giannis is by far the best player in the series.
100%.
I think so that automatically kind of helps you in a basketball series. But I like what they have. I still like a lot of those parts over here, the Brook Lopez's of the world and Bobby Portis. And I'm gonna take that crew over.
I like the addition of Kuzma and Kevin Porter Jr.
Yeah. Kevin, that was very underrated pickup. 2
good ads for sure.
Yeah, Porter Jr.
Oh, it's a tough one for me.
It's tough. Can Indiana get timely stops? They haven't proven that they're that type of team ever in the last few years now. They're kind of hanging their hat on. Halliburton has 20 points and 15 assists, and we scored 135. But
I don't know. Indiana isn't a bad defensive team like at all. They got Nembhard's a solid defender. We got Siakam a solid defender.
Yeah,
what's the other dude's name? Neesmith, solid defender.
Yeah.
Like they're not bad on defense. Miles Turner, they're always top 5, top 10 in blocks every year.
They play hard. They play hard. They play like together. But it's just when you put so much energy into being like the run team and scoring a certain amount of points, are you gonna hold? Let's say you score 130. Are you gonna hold somebody to 115? I mean, you might.
Are you to hold them is to 128, 129, and you win the game. That's all that matters. You're gonna win. You're gonna hold a certain amount of points as long as you win the game. No one cares.
Right. It's not about holding them. It's not about holding people. It's about scoring points.
It's about scoring more than the team at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You can say you can hold a team to less points, but at the end of the day, you got to score more. So I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
I like Indy, man. I like Indy. They've had a really good year. I do like Indy a lot. They got a really good bench too with TJ over there and all them and him leading the bench. They're hard to beat Indiana. They're very hard to beat at home.
Yes, they are.
They're very hard to beat at home, and then having home court is going to be a big factor for them. And I think that no Dame is going to hurt the Bucks early in this series, just because if it's going to be an all Giannis game 1, we just going to load up, like we used to, like you know what I mean, build a wall. When you got Dame out there, that wall can't be built like that because he's Dame Lillard. He gonna splash from 48. Yeah, so I think that hurts them a lot in the first game, possibly the first 2. Yeah. But they aren't supposed to win the first 2 anyways. Technically, they're the away team. They have to still win. All they do is still 1 on the road, and that could be game 5.
And if they get 1 on the road, and you got Dame coming back,
it gets dicey.
Now Milwaukee
now it gets dicey.
They feeling different. They feeling
for sure.
So
for sure. But when the Pacers get rolling, they get rolling, and people, they're not front runners, but when they're rolling, man, they're hard to beat. Kyrie's throwing them no look bullshit passes and shit. It gets dicey.
He hitting set shots from half and stuff.
And then don't forget about TJ McConnell. Show up in the playoffs off that bench now, boy. You gotta have a couple 20-point nights.
He's steady.
He's gonna be very crucial on off that bench.
Because in the playoffs, you need players like TJ that can really take care of possessions. You know? Yeah.
Do a little thing, steal you a possession or two, get a couple big steals and slow it down. Exactly. He's like the Drew Holiday for the Pacers of like just all the little things. Drew Holiday will get you 3 or 4 offensive rebounds, and that'll just break your back. You're like, God damn it! Like we need that stop, and then he gets that board.
It ends up in a Neesmith corner 3, and it's like
he'll hit a big shot. So that's gonna be a good series. I'm gonna say Pacers in 7.
You on 7? Okay, I got Bucks in 6.
I'm gonna say that Pacers home court holds.
I like that.
I'm gonna say it holds all. I think
121 to 98.
I think it might be like every team wins their home games. 2-2, 1-1, game 7. I can see you in one of them series. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Especially with Dame not being there for the first game, possibly the first 2.
That changes the dynamic.
Changes a lot of it. You know what I mean? My biggest thing is for all these playoffs, I need everyone to just stay healthy. I don't need no rolled ankles, no nothing. Just everyone just stay. Like Ja already rolled his ankle once. I'm just glad he came back in the game.
Yeah,
because that game tomorrow night is gonna be a good one. Dallas and Memphis is gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be really good.
That's gonna be a good game. Because if it sucks, if Dallas had Kyrie, they'd be so scary. They'd be so scary, boy. Because them 3 bigs down there, boy, are no joke. There's nowhere to go. Sabonis was in hell last night.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
He was in hell last night. He couldn't do nothing.
And it's kind of like validated AD a little bit because it was like, see, I could play with against these other bigs. I just wanted some more bigs, you know.
Yeah, so I'm just more effective than I already am if I have another big. Like I'm twice as effective. You know what I mean? Because now I can really help and like you help me a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he's great. He's one of the best quick shot blockers of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And they're gonna be hell if Kyrie comes back healthy. They could be hell for sure.
Who you got in that playing game?
Dallas, Memphis. Assuming Ja's right, good to go. That's gonna be a good one.
Even if Ja's coming in like 85%, that changes the whole dynamic of that game.
It does. Mm-hmm. I think the Memphis has better guard play, but the bigs are way better on Dallas than they are for Memphis.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be 2 different play styles.
Yeah.
I think if Memphis wins the better series against OKC.
Yeah.
I think if Dallas wins, they may win one, maybe, but they're not gonna have anything that they can't compete with Shea.
For some reason, I'm gonna say Dallas wins. I also feel like Dallas.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas wins tomorrow.
I feel like Dallas gonna win it. You know.
Yeah, I can see Dallas winning it.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Memphis feels deflated a little bit. They just kind of feel like they haven't been able to win the games that they need to. You know what I mean? It's like
they're all over the place. Just fired their coach.
They were as high as 2 probably this year, and you know now they're on the verge of being out. You know, it's like it's gonna be a good one. It's in Memphis, so Memphis. You know who's really really good that no one talk about is that boy Desmond Bane. That boy's tough. He's solid. Boy's really good. He's a professional bug getter. Yeah, he's tough. He's a pro. He's a pro. For as strong as he looks, I do not think he has any touch when he comes to shooting. And his jumper is money. He takes some deep ones too, which probably helps. He's like a football player out there, bro. He's like a little linebacker, but his jumper is cash. And what I've liked about his game, he will try to do other things. Like, you know, he plays hard. He'll get some boards. The shots not falling. He's very, very, very solid. He's a very good NBA player. Like he's gonna have a 15-year career. Like he's very good. He's very good. All right, man. We're going to halftime. We'll see y'all in a second. Yo, Four Quarters Podcast, back from half. All right. BRedd, you got some jersey retirement talk questions for me. What you got? Let me get into this, Jake, real quick. And go ahead, break it down. And let's get Shaq. We can ask Shaq too. Let us know what you think. But I want to talk retired jerseys. I want jersey retirement talk. It's been bought up by some of the outlets. What will or should Denver Nuggets do with number 15? I just want to know. Carmelo Anthony, Nikola Jokic, let's talk about it. Is it a real thing? Is it, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I gotta know. Carmelo he was synonymous. Before Jokic got there, he's synonymous with Denver Nuggets. That baby blue with that yellow, you know what I mean? With the headband, like, he did work. He did.
He was very good over there.
And all I'm saying is, we've had
in the playoffs.
We've had in-season tournaments added. We've had NBA Clutch Player of the Year stuff added. The league is always changing. We're past that.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with retiring 2 numbers? And you got one up there with the baby blue and gold, and you got one with the white and the navy, Jokic, and you got 2 15s. What's wrong with that?
It's just not gonna happen. It's not happening. It's just not happening. There's no chance.
What? Why you can't have 2?
There's no shot.
Damn.
There's no shot.
Damn.
There's no chance to have a retire Melo jersey at the same number as Jokic. Jokic is the best player who's ever played for the Nuggets ever.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
It's not. No, that's not close.
It's like it's not even close, and that includes Carmelo. It's not even close.
No, it's not close. It's not close. It's not close. It with Carmelo.
When I think of Carmelo, I think more of the Knicks. When I think of Carmelo, than I think of the Nuggets. To be straight up with you,
that's fair. But
he was great in Denver. Don't get me wrong, but he didn't have no 3 MVPs. Does he have one? Did he have one in Denver? He might have a scoring chip. That's about it.
He got a scoring title.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
But here's my thing, right?
Congrats. What are we talking about?
Here's my thing, man. Here's my thing, right?
What?
Here's my thing. He did more of his work with Denver. And here's the thing. If it wasn't for Yoke, he would still be the best Denver Nugget ever. So it ain't.
We can do that. But a lot of people, if it wasn't for them, he'd be this. But like that's not the case.
But they don't wear the same numbers. So usually both those guys get in, right? Like it's like.
Dude, I'll put it this way: there's a reason they let him get that number because Melo wasn't supposed to them. Clearly.
Yeah, it was a bitterness, salty thing. Like Melo, you want to get up out of here? We giving your 15 away. Now,
hence we're not retiring our jersey. They never even left even on a good terms.
But let's ask ourselves this: did they believe second round pick Jokic drafted
no
Taco Bell commercial would be
100%
retired? You know what I mean? So it's like
no, but now it's for sure gonna be.
Yeah, for sure. Now.
So like we didn't think he was, but guess what? It is now.
Okay, so but we'll get into the chat. Let's get in the chat though. Like
no, there's no way.
I need a poll.
There's no way Melo is over. We can put a poll up.
No,
we can.
But it's not either. It's not over, right? I'm saying should we do both or just Yoke?
I think it's gonna be just Yoke.
All right, I'm just saying.
I'll put it this way. There are people who've done more for their franchise than Melo did for the Nuggets, and they ain't retired in people's franchise. Now every franchise is
right.
Per franchise is different. Every franchise has their own
and
agenda or criteria.
Denver's in the different category for me because y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all historically, it ain't like, you know what I mean? Like,
but like for me, it's like they don't retire KG number, and he had an MVP and all that, and he doesn't retire in Minnesota.
He's not?
No. He didn't retire in Minnesota.
KG got to be retired in Minnesota.
It's not.
Wow.
No, I've seen him. He don't go back to Minnesota for games. The ownership in him still got beef.
Wow.
So so if he don't got to retire, Melo not getting his retire.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we got to put people like that in perspective.
Yeah.
KG got to retire in Boston. He does, but not in Minnesota.
That's deep.
And Minnesota, I don't know who's retired in Minnesota, but he should be up there.
You always say though that ring holds a different weight.
It does for franchises that haven't won in a long time, or when you win a big one.
Yeah.
Give me some more people you have some examples of jerseys who should be retired.
So, okay, great. So, let me ask you this: do the Dallas Mavericks retire Luka Doncic?
That's gonna be the tough one.
Okay,
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
But if we ask Chad would probably say definitely.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
But if
you retired right now, yeah.
Right. But I can say it's in line with what Melo did for Denver.
He didn't give him no finals.
No finals run.
He didn't give him no finals.
No finals. Okay, so
But like I said, but like there's also no one's before him wore 77 either. So there's also that, like you said.
Right. For sure.
So I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
I
think they should. I will retire it. If I'm Dallas, I'm retiring it because he was a 5-time All NBA guy. Like,
then why did we trade him?
Yeah. Gotta ask Patrick Dumont.
You know, like I can't retire a nigga's number who we act. I can't get. It's hard to retire a nigga's number who we shopped. Yeah. We shopped that nigga.
Yeah,
we gave him away.
They called Mini first.
Like they called multiple teams to try and get rid of him. It wasn't like it was a one-off. They tried to get rid of him.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say they're gonna retire when they try to get rid of somebody. Okay. Now I feel what you're saying. Accolade-wise, he has the resume probably to be up in the rafters for sure.
Right.
But I don't think he'll get there because of just like the way it went down.
So the jersey,
if he had left on his own accord, it's a different story.
So the jersey retirement thing also is like you're saying, there's a sentimental quality to it as well. Like
there's that. There's the relationship with the owner. Like, there's a lot more that goes into it than just your play.
Okay.
You know?
What do you think about same team, two guys, Kyrie and K-Love? Does Cleveland retire?
This is a good one.
Yeah.
So I do think Kyrie. I think they both could. I think Kyrie has a better chance than K-Love at the moment.
For sure.
I think if we're going in order, Kyrie's going up first.
Yeah. Kyrie not his first. Like, that has to get done.
Because that was Cleveland's first chip ever.
Yeah.
So besides LeBron, obviously,
and he was drafted
I think Kyrie, he was drafted there.
Yeah.
And he left. Did he get traded or was he a free agent?
He was traded to Boston.
He asked to get traded, basically.
IT too, mini IT.
Yeah, I think because he got him a chip there and was a huge factor in that chip. Like he without him, they're not there.
Yeah.
Because look at the year before, they got beat in the year, and every time he's hurt, they don't win.
Right.
So same with Kevin Love. So I do think they have a chance. I think Kyrie for sure gets retired.
For sure, I agree with Kyrie.
Kevin Love, I would like to see his stats, just like see what he did stats wise there compared to like who else is already retired. He has a chance though for sure.
Hey, Love is more locked in like a bobblehead night or something right now.
Yeah, like or like a Ring of Honor type of thing or something like that. You know what I mean?
The Ring of Honor.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe not yet, but he had a chance for sure.
Had a chance.
Winning a championship.
Number 2 should be up there next to LeBron for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Winning a chip at a franchise that's never won before, and you were a big factor in that I think that deserves a retirement.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to win. Clearly, you ain't won before.
Yeah.
League been around forever, and you ain't got one. So clearly, it's difficult.
Right. Teams that left and came back and won and shit, and you ain't.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas moved cities and shit and won in different cities and before y'all won 1-1. Like, so that's tough.
It's tough.
So that's tough. So yeah, I think both of them have a chance. I think Kyrie gets retired. I think K-Love is next up, if not in the Ring of Honor.
Okay.
Or whatever they have in Cleveland.
Right. True. I agree.
Who else you got?
Do I have any?
Do you have anybody else? Oh, you said KD OKC. That's a good one.
KD OKC. Because it's gonna
Westbrook for sure.
But that's crazy, right? If you got Westbrook with no KD, that looks a little crazy.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. The only thing is, KD's gonna get jersey retired for sure in Golden State.
Okay. Yeah.
For getting those 2 back-to-back chips, 2 Finals MVP, he's for sure winning that. He's for sure going to Raptors there. There's a reason no one won 35 over there since.
Yeah.
Or 7. I'm sorry, 7. It's tough. I do think it should in OKC.
Okay.
Now, I think it's going to be a little tougher since he's bounced around so much in his career.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little harder to like justify because he didn't win a championship there, especially if they do end up winning with Shea there. If Shea wins one of the next 5, it's going to be like, all right, we one of the greats that played here.
Yeah.
But like you didn't against the chip that we've, you know what I mean? Like that chip is everything.
Are we gonna Ring of Honor KD? We're gonna Ring.
I don't think so. I think he gets retired. I think Sam Presti's a great enough owner with he'll retire his jersey.
Yeah.
I think like Westbrook get retired and possibly get like a statue in front of them shits because he was like that man for so long there type shit.
MVP.
It would just be MVP, triple doubles, all that.
It would just look a little zany to have Westbrook and no KD and no KD. That just looks crazy. Like
here we go. What about Bron in Miami?
I thought about this.
Just knowing Pat Riley alone, it's gonna be tough.
So it goes to your point on merit. It should be up there. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But on organizational, it's a wild card.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. It's a wild card. Like, I don't like.
Because
I think that
Jimmy went to 2 finals, and we know he's not going up there.
We 100%.
Yeah. So
I do think as the more time passes, the easier it is for these fans to let that shit go. Like when KD retire and he go back to OKC, he don't get shown love.
Right.
Because
for sure.
You ain't in the league no more.
But,
and I think that'll like it'd be easier for them to show love more than when he's playing still.
When it first happened, it was cupcake, but then it's now it's time has passed. Yeah.
His time has passed. Yeah. We get it. Like Westbrook ended up leaving. Like and everyone ended up leaving at some point, and they feel they're starting to get that a little more.
Yeah.
And they're good again. So like they haven't been. They had the Wizards. You know what I mean? Like they're still like competing. So I do think that helps. I mean, D-Wade obviously getting retired. Just got retired in Miami. But like Bron should.
They retired Bosh. Chris Bosh is retired.
So Bron has to get retired.
Yeah.
If you retire Chris Bosh, how you not retire the 2-time Finals MVP and 2-time MVP on your team? You gotta give it to Bron. If you
can't be that petty, right?
It can't be, right? Yeah. You hope not. You really hope not. Like you shouldn't even make him wait. Like as soon as you retire, all right, come on. Yeah. Like now the question is that we had talked about is LeBron in the Lakers.
23.
He's 23 going in the Raptors.
I say yeah.
You say yeah. I say it's tough because the Lakers are such a historic franchise that like you really gotta like. Now he does have a ring in the Finals MVP,
and he has about at least 5-6 All Stars and All NBAs.
True.
So here's why I measure Bron. I say his run with the Lakers is in line with Wilt and Elgin. It maybe even Worthy if you want to go there. I'm just saying on accolades. It's
besides the rings.
Yeah. Besides the rings, like if you talk about just what you did playing for the Lakers as a star, it's in that Worthy, Elgin, Wilt run. Like 7
My question
years.
is how many people up on that Lakers rafters have less than one ring up there?
So 0 rings?
No, I mean like one only.
One only?
Less than 2. Less than 1.
Jerry West.
Jerry West is the only one, right?
Goodrich.
Okay, we're like 60s. Okay.
Yeah.
So after that, everyone out there has multiple. Like Kobe 2, Kobe 2,
Elgin doesn't have any.
Yeah, there it is. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah, and that's why I need to hear. And that's why I'm saying like he's like we can say he's like an Elgin. He was like a new school Elgin.
Yeah, if Elgin's up there, then Bron gonna get up there.
Yeah.
He'll probably end up getting up there.
I know.
Also, what he's done for the game.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering about that because I know Lakers are so big on the championships, but like if you got dudes up there who haven't won, who are up there, then it doesn't matter.
Wilt won, so maybe it's a more Wilt-esque 1 ring and just an incredible stats.
Yeah, especially in that time era where like you ain't never seen it before, especially in the time it was happening at. It was black and white days. We ain't none of that before.
And it's Bron. That's Bron. We got the 40-year-old phenomenon, 1 ring right now. It's a Wilt type of. So he's in line with that.
Okay, I have no problem with it. My thing is that I didn't say he shouldn't have been up there. I was just trying to compare it to who's already up there. Because how we are as Laker fans, like it take a lot for you. It take a lot for you to be up in the great with the greats. You know what I mean? Like Kobe got 2 numbers for a reason because he means that much to us.
Does number 3? Does number 3 go up there? AD?
For AD. Now that's a good one.
Yeah.
Now that's a good one. Ooh, that's tough.
All defense, all stars.
Man, he should have a D-boy too. It's tough.
Yeah, if he had a D-boy, he'd be a lock.
He'd be a lock if he had a D-boy. That's a tough one. We got Powell up there with 2.
With
the less probably accolades, and that's tough.
Yeah, Bron puts that Kobe call in. How Kobe said, "Powell got to get up here too when I'm up there." But Powell got 2. Powell got 2 rings.
But Powell got 2 back to back.
Yeah. Would you put AD up there? I'll put him up there. I'll put him up there.
I wouldn't be I'm not against it.
Yeah.
He has enough probably to warrant him getting up there
for tenure.
Yeah, that's tough.
I'm gonna tell you what I think makes it tough. I'm gonna tell you what makes it really tough for AD. He missed games, bro. Like
he did miss a lot of games.
There was an early middle stretch where it was like, and then postseason runs that we missed.
He was called street club for a bit.
Yeah.
They did call him street club for a bit, so that is true. That's gonna hurt him a little bit, but when he's on the court, he was dominant.
I wish we had more postseason runs with those two, Bron and AD.
Me too.
They didn't really. It was just,
and people still don't credit that bubble run like they should. If they had won that ring in a normal year, it'd be a whole different conversation. Still,
my thing with that, Jacob, is like the majority of that year was played under normal circumstance. The Lakers that year, the Lakers were like 49-5 going into the bubble. Like it was like So I mean,
I don't give a damn where you play, when you play, who you play the game. You both
played.
showed up.
Yeah,
you both showed up healthy and played.
Yeah.
Who you lost, you won, whatever. Like the games are played on a fair, even playing field.
When basketball was being played, what happened?
We're the best team.
Yeah.
They're the best team in the league of the year.
Yeah.
Like I don't care where I don't care if it was in a bubble. Like people understand how different that is for NBA players to play with no fans and shit. It's a whole different ball game. Yeah. And like you really like juice yourself up for some shit like that.
And but like you're home, you got home court that year. You earned it. Now you don't get
all that shit out the window. You're just playing like who wants to win more today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like who wants to win more today in this we're in an AAU tournament with no fans.
Yeah.
Getting paid a lot of money to be in this hotel. Let's see who wants to play basketball and really want to play.
Right.
And the best team won.
Yeah.
And now we can make all the excuses like if it was home court, we don't know. We can't speculate like that. But you can't just discount a championship. Like it happened.
It happened.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like they don't do that for the lockout years.
No.
Like and those are when they're shortened seasons and shit.
Timmy played 50 games and then they
that helps a lot. Like that helps.
Especially as a big man. Especially as a big man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't just discredit people's rings like that, like because you didn't like the way it was played. That's not how it works.
I tend to say this. I don't want to get into if it was the hardest or the easiest, but it was the most unique that we've seen. It was 100%. It was just something special that we've seen.
100%. It was a wild time.
Yeah.
It was a wild time.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So those are some good ones. Chat. People on TikTok. All y'all. Let me know what y'all think.
I need the poll.
Some of these retirements.
Both 15s or Denver. I need the poll. Up.
I'm very curious to see what the Denver fans say, especially people who watch both. Because it's just tough. Because Jokic's got everything that Melo don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the only problem. That's the only issue. Like, everything he got, Melo just don't got.
MVPs, like, rings,
Finals MVP. Like, damn, like he don't got none of those.
Average a triple double, like
average triple double, like
in basketball, everything.
So it's like, it's tough. I love Melo, like Hall of Famer, like great player. But man, Jokic is different.
On the silly side, it says, man, I think they should want to honor that color scheme though too from that Melo time.
They need to go back to those jerseys.
Yeah, I love that.
Those jerseys were hard.
Those are clean.
They need to go back to those. I want them to go back to those jerseys. I want San Antonio to go back to the old school court with the rainbow on the court. That shit was hard.
Yeah. Those are hard.
I used to love that court back in the day. And I want the Jazz to go back to the old colors too, like the old school joints, the real purple.
The purple. Why y'all give
it? They wear them every now and then. Now every now and then they'll break them out. But those, and also too at the time, I think those were Adidas jerseys at the time, or a different brand, different.
The league was Adidas for a minute.
Yeah, so I think that's probably a thing as well. We forget about it's Nike now.
Right. But yeah, I think Detroit is going back next year to some of that teal.
Bring back some of the old school shit, man.
Yeah,
like I love when Toronto goes back to the old school joint when they go back to the.
Great call.
It's nothing better. And I think Orlando's going back to their pinstripe shit now.
They're going black pinstripes.
I saw that, which is a great. I mean, it's one of the more iconic jerseys of all time.
And you know what? Give fans an opportunity to get behind the jersey for a little bit. Stop changing them every single season, where it's like
or every game. Like let me have a favorite.
Yeah.
Like, I said the other day on Twitter, I was like, I missed the when Lakers really had the Sunday whites. Like we wore them every Sunday, and we never wore them. We only wore them Sundays. We didn't wear them on a random Tuesday or a Thursday on the road. We only wear them on Sundays.
Yeah,
like, we got to get back to those traditions, bro. That was the best.
100%.
I used to look forward to that shit. Oh, Sunday, we got the whites on. We got the whites on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. Especially back in the day, because we didn't have, when we were growing up, the Lakers wore two jerseys, nigga, the purple and the gold, and the white on Sundays. That was it.
Right. So you saw the white.
Now we got black shits now, purple, light purple, blue. We all over the map.
And look, it changes. It be changing the court too. Like, because we wearing this, we got the court got to match. It's like,
I'm like, damn, that's a lot of effort for like one game out of 82. Just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Y'all making it harder than it needs to be, but it's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But all right, man, we're going to go to the fourth quarter. We'll see y'all in a second. 4 quarters, winning time. Welcome back. Quarter four. All right, so we got to touch on this real quick. Some coaching firings that happened over the last couple of weeks that we didn't get a chance to talk about. Malone getting fired from the Nuggets. Very surprised.
That was surprising.
Didn't see that one coming at all.
Yeah.
They were the 5 seed, 4 seed. They had lost 3 straight at the time, and I guess there was some locker room issues or something going on. I'm not really sure. It just seemed kind of like an odd time to do it right before the playoffs. Like, why would you do it now? Why won't you just wait? If you think you're gonna lose, just losing the weekend, fire him then. Like, I don't know what the new guy's gonna bring in that Malone didn't have. So I'm just gonna. That's an interesting move.
Yeah, the reports is that GM Calvin Booth and Malone have been arguing over coaching and personnel decisions.
I did see that, the Westbrook stuff.
But like you're saying, to do it at that time, it must have been cussing each other out, like
for multiple weeks before it happened. It's been going on for a while because it can't be like a one-off when we fire somebody. It has to be going on for like a minute.
I mean, people arguing team sports all the time.
All the time, yeah. That's very common.
So it had to have been like really personal and like toxic to where
it had to gotten bad.
Yeah.
Because just do it for the playoffs is like, bro, like why now? Like it's kind of random. And I heard the whole they wanted Jalen Wells to play more instead of Westbrook down the stretch and all this and that. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not in those locker rooms. I'm not making those decisions. But it seems like an odd time to fire somebody. So it had to be more like that's been going on for a while than just like a one-off.
Coaches, like experienced coaches, always kind of tend to go more towards veterans.
Always.
So when it's like when it gets crunchy, I'm gonna go with Westbrook over Pickett, man. Like I'm looking at him. I'm looking
Pickett,
I'm looking at him right on the bench, and I see Russell Westbrook and Jaden Pickett. I'm gonna play Russell Westbrook.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, it gets tough.
I ain't mad at it.
Real quick, you think any backlash with Jokic off of this? Like, let me get out of here, or he don't really have that personality.
He just seems so nonchalant. I don't think he's like he kind of shows up to work and he gonna do what he does and he gonna go home. Like he's a professional regardless who's there. Yeah. I'm sure he probably has like a preference maybe but I don't think he's like in people's office saying he gotta go type shit. I just don't see him being that kind of high maintenance kind of guy. Yeah. But I mean, you never know. I mean, I just don't see it from what I see from afar. It doesn't look like he's super high maintenance. So I don't think he had too much to do with it. But it just seemed just random. But because like for me, like Malone, kind of not made Jokic, but gave him the confidence to kind of be who he is now. Like put the ball in his hand, gave him the keys, and let him really roll. So like, why would he want to get rid of him now? You know?
That's true.
And same with Jamal Murray. Like they've been there their whole careers with this guy. Like their whole career they've been with the same coach. So it's just kind of like a interesting firing move now. Like when we're not like we're the 7th seed or the 8 or in the play-in. Like we're a 4, we're 5. We're in a really good West. We could be 2, could be 1 if we won a couple of games here and there. Right. But like we're not like we're bad. Like we're a 47, 48 win team. Like
still had this. Funny enough, had you not made this firing, people probably would have picked you to make a run out the West.
Possibly, yeah.
You know, what I mean?
Jamal Murray doesn't get hurt in the last 2 weeks of the season. Who knows? Y'all could be the 2 seed.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So it's wild how the NBA works. It's wild how short of a leash these coaches have, no matter what your resume says or like what you've done for that team. He got a championship with this team. That team less than 5 years ago, and he already gone. That's insane.
Yeah. There's a trend. There's that trend. I think like the last 4.
It's like,
4.
I saw that.
Yeah, they don't last more than 2 seasons if you win a championship. Which is we've never seen that
unless you're Missoula and Steve Kerr. Missoula's still in that Missoula's still in that window, but he ain't going nowhere.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah,
Boston really values like that. Hey, this is our guy. We're gonna give him 10 years if like he's our guy.
Them and then you got Spoelstra over there, who's a masterclass of what he does.
Yeah.
So yes, and then speaking of other coaches, we got Bud who got let go in Phoenix. Not surprising at all.
Yeah, that was more par for the course.
Yeah, they had a disastrous year.
And the owner said it. I love some of these executives coming out. Even people want to shit on Nico Harrison the other day for doing a press conference where the Suns owner just did one. I think it's great. Let's get more transparency. We get on the players all the time. We love to Stephen A. go on and talk about Bronny and this guy shouldn't be doing this. Let's get on some of these executives and let them face the fire and say, I traded Luka. You know what I mean? Like let's put them. They part of the team too. They part of the team.
Matt, the Phoenix owner was like, I don't. Or him, or was it him, or one of them was like, I don't watch film. I don't do any of that. Like I hire for that.
I was the Suns owner. Yeah, he was like,
and fair fucking play.
Yeah,
fair.
Look, I hired. They told me They told me Bud was a good coach. I hired Bud. I'm looking.
Hired him. Didn't work out.
And we got 35 wins. So he got to go. Like
gotta go. Didn't work. But I got money to bring in whoever I want in. Like whatever. I ain't worried about it.
Right.
And like that's all most businesses are run. Like I hire the best people in the positions to help me win games, to win stuff. You know. Yeah. But so I ain't mad at that philosophy. I have no problem with that. Yeah. Some people might.
I love the transparency because like coming up for us, we never saw press conferences with GMs and owners. Like
never. Like personally, like I'm a guy. I like basketball. People in basketball. That's just me. Yeah. Like, I like former players, stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't think if you're not from basketball that you can't succeed. I don't think that's the case. Absolutely. I think it's a different view of things, different environment that you're coming from. So it could be sometimes a fresh set of eyes is all you really need sometimes.
Yeah. I agree with you though. Yeah. I think having basketball minds in basketball, like it helps, right? Like having a car guy on your F1,
helps.
GM,
I think it speeds up the process of like how fast you're gonna get good. Like the more basketball people you have, the faster I think the faster you can develop people, all that kind of stuff.
And we just saw New Orleans, they let David Griffin go and they said, let's bring Joe Dumars in. Like he's done exec stuff before and he was a really high level player.
Yeah. It's probably the most former players and stuff we probably had in the NBA and on the staff side probably ever. Yeah. Like every staff now got people that we watched, you know what I mean? Like on the staff now, which is crazy to think about.
The previous 10 years, I thought when you go to like the Daryl Morey and the Hinkie in Philly and stuff, like we were going too analytical.
Right.
Like it was going like, we're giving this guy $100 million because he hits 45% wide open corner threes, and it's like, Joe Dumars should tell you that's not what you're really looking at all the way. It's like
right. So and there's so much money in the game now that now it comes to the point where like, shit, I'm looking the way to get off dudes to not have to pay him.
Yeah.
Like, can I not pay somebody a supermax and save some bread and bring somebody else in? You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking for any reason to not pay you this money because the contracts are getting so outrageous. You know what I mean?
We just saw.
Yeah, we're getting a $300 or $400 million contracts, but like that's a lot of fucking money. So I better be all the way 100% certain before I give you that contract.
Once you commit that type of money, it lessens what I could do around you. So you got to really,
that, and it shows you that like I'm putting the keys in this kid's hands, so he has all the power now.
Yeah.
You give someone 300, 400 million, you got all the power now. Like if I don't want to show up, I don't show up. Why? I already got the money.
Yeah.
So you gotta make sure you give this money to the person that you think that's gonna be like, all right, he's our future. Like Wemby is like he gonna get that money in San Antonio. He already got the demeanor, got the charisma, all that and that. Like they took 1-2 things for Luka, a beer and a hookah thing, and that's all it took for them to say, hey, we ain't paying him $300 million. I'm sorry, not doing it. And
fair enough.
It ain't my money, so I can't say I wouldn't do the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I had $300 million higher team and I saw somebody who's young having a good time, this and that, I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. But like 10 years down the line, I pay you $300 million. Am I gonna be in debt?
Yeah.
Or am I gonna have a couple of chips? You know what I mean? Like that's I own this team. So I get all that.
Yeah.
But as a basketball guy, it's just like what you're doing. But like I'm not the businessman in this situation, so it's interesting. When we won't know how it looks until the future. Like we'll know in 5-10 years if this trade really was like paid off or not, or what. Because shit, what if Luka don't resign? Who knows what happens? Like who knows? You never know what's gonna happen in the NBA.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So coaches been getting let go a little bit here and there, but we're about to get to this playoff. So
seems to be the new norm.
Yeah, not surprising. But in other news, I got a quick start bench cut for you.
Okay. What we got?
All right, these are all in their prime. Okay.
Okay.
We got Carmelo.
Oh.
Kawhi.
Okay.
Carmelo, Kawhi, and Scottie Pippen.
Oh.
Start bench cut.
All in their prime.
All in the prime.
I'm starting Kawhi Leonard.
Yep.
I'm starting Kawhi Leonard. I think he had one of those rare two-way stretches where it's like we could say he's the best get a bucket guy, best get a stop guy.
100%.
And then you know what? I'm riding with Melo, man. I'm benching Melo. I'm benching Melo, man.
I was waiting for that. I'm not surprised.
Stay mellow, man. Everybody stay mellow. Everybody stay mellow, man. Like, you know what I mean? But he was a bull.
He was no.
He was a bull.
I'm not trying to respect Melo in any way whatsoever. He was an absolute dog. Dog. Yeah. I used to hate him playing Kobe in the back in the day. He was a dog. Yeah. I love Melo's game. One of my favorite plays of all time is when he dunked on Paul Millsap opening night. Was like, I'm back. That was one of the craziest plays. I remember I think I was at Juddy house when that happened. After school one night, we were going nuts. I was crazy. So I always remember some of those plays. He was a dog.
I gotta cut Scotty. I just think my starting my bench gonna give me some bucket appeal too. So it's kind of like
I'm gonna start Kawhi as well. I think we're gonna probably have the same list.
Okay.
I think Scotty was really good. I just didn't see him enough. I didn't get that's not my era.
Yeah.
And if I don't get to watch you, it's hard for me to really assess like how good you really were. Like 100%. a lot of these, like sometimes when we talk about like who's better than who and some of that stuff, it's different for everybody because like of where you grew up and where you lived and who you watched, blah blah blah. And for me, it's all about moments.
Yeah.
For me, like we grew up on Kobe, so for us, like Kobe's always gonna be number one.
Yeah.
Always. I love Bron, all that. But I saw Bron. Bron came over here when I was 29, 28. I've already seen everything. I finished playing basketball. I'm done. My career over. When I was 6'7", all I thought of, I was trying to be Kobe Bryant. That's all I wanted to do. I want to be number 8. I tried to get number 8 every AAU team I played for. You couldn't be at the time. You couldn't be number 8 in AAU. You had to be 1 through 5. You had to be like a one hand. Some stupid ass rule. It's changed now, but that was a rule. Yeah. So like so for me it's like moments. So like for me, I grew up on Melo. So I've seen Melo be that boy and hit them grand winners and being in playoff series and you know what I mean. Like I've seen it all. So for me, I'm gonna have to bench Melo and I'm gonna have to cut Scotty.
For sure. And I think I had that similar sentiment with Scotty. I think also too when I just hear about like great defenders and stuff talk about Melo about like how like.
Man, how hard he was to guard. Yeah,
you had to get massages in an ice bath after you played Melo. I'm like, damn. But when you watch him, it don't look like that. Like it's smooth, but like Melo dogging people.
Yeah. When I heard people say like, as good as Kobe was, people hated guarding Melo more. Said a lot.
Yeah.
Like doesn't mean you were better, but like just that means you was just that skilled and physical that like it was just gonna be a hell of a long fucking night dealing with this dude for 48 minutes.
Easy,
and he was a good 240.
Yeah.
Like 230. So he was a big ass boy. So like,
might slide down to the 4.
Because I remember watching KG and Paul Pierce pod. They were like, he started off as the 2, but he was too big for the 2s. So then he moved into the 3, and then he started killing the 3s, and then he kind of became like the first little stretch 4 because he was like, especially in the FIBA type shit. Like he was just so because he was so strong. He could battle down there.
He's a perfect Euro Olympic. That's why he was Mr. Olympic because he's a stretch Mr. Olympics. You know, like you want to do drop steps and shoulders, or you want to do face up.
We can do face up. We can do fadeaways. We can do back of the basket. We can go off the dribble. We can go no dribble jab series. Like how you want this work? Like we can do however you want it.
All right, spots.
It's literally cone work out there. It was nuts. So I think we have the same list. Just seeing these guys more like, because I think Kawhi is one of the best what if guys will ever have in the NBA. Like if he did not get hurt, how good could he have actually been? How many rings could he have won?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We could have seen a real like 9-10 year stretch of that Toronto. You know.
Or like because that knee just atrophied on him, bro. And like he got the arthritic knee, and you can't do anything about it. Like you can't replace cartilage until they can do that. Nothing you can do but that knee. Should hope you gotta not play the first 50 games.
And it always sounded like it just always kind of like
flared up at the end of the year.
Yeah, and it connected all together because then he started having thigh issues and all this other stuff.
For him, I think it's just wear and tear, and like that's why he's probably figured out like, all right, I gotta sit out to about January, February. He has to play shortened seasons. He just has to.
And that was funny. That he said that too, like in the little media, little playoff shit. He was like, "Hey, shout out to the organization. They let me do what I need to do to get around."
Literally, you have to respect it. It's like you gotta have him ready for when it means the most. Like just hold it down for me, keep us around, and I'll get us there. Right. And he's that good that he can do it.
He's that good.
He's that good. Like he can beat you by himself.
He's a game plan.
Yeah. So it's the playoff series is gonna be good, boy.
I want to see him take some Yoke. Can we see that?
We could.
Put him on Yoke.
I would be surprised. I would be surprised. Yeah. He's strong enough, got great hands. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I see them doing a lot, especially if we Zubac get in the foul trouble, a lot of switching, a lot of small ball. You know what I mean? Kind of like what like we always say that the formula against Jokic, there's a lot of 6'8", 6'9" guys just surrounding them. That's your best bet. Yeah. Just to block as many lanes as you possibly can with his looks and passes.
Front him, somebody on the entry side, and
you gotta have somebody weak side who's just as tall and lanky to deflect them passes, because he'll skip that bitch with not looking, and you better be there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be good, man. All right, y'all. So episode of 4 Quarters in the books. We appreciate y'all for checking us out, man. We're trying to get, like I always say, more episodes, stuff coming out. But as you guys all know, we both got gigs. We're busy. Life happens. I'm trying to. I'm playing this wedding. I'm going to the draft next week for NFL. A lot of stuff's going on. So we're getting there. We're moving around, moving along. We're shucking and jiving. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all for hanging out, kicking it with us. If you're on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, hit that little ring, the little bell next to our name, so you know when we're posting. TikTok, keep rocking with us. Hit us in the comments. We always love to talk hoop. We always down to chop it up. Then if you follow us on Twitter now, hop in the comments, man, on TikTok. And if you're on Twitter, give us a follow, man. We've been rocking on Twitter for the last 2 months now, tweeting all the time, getting a lot of love over there on Twitter, man, or X, whatever you want to call it. But it's been fun. So it's been fun just chopping up with the people. Some people on Twitter are so sensitive, so it's hilarious seeing people getting their feelings for no reason. Like we just talk cool guys, just calm down.
When you go out those fan muse accounts.
Yeah, I really gotta be careful sometimes replying, because I'm like, these are just rage bait, trying to bait people into stuff. I'm like, I gotta be careful. Like, don't overdo it. You know what I mean? Like, I usually do my tweets in the morning when I'm fresh up. You know what I mean? Clear mind. Once it gets 8, 9 p.m. after a beer or two, I'm like, nah, let me stay off the Twitter, man. Let me stay off here, bro. They be wildin'. On there. But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all for checking us out. 4 Quarters Podcast. I'm Jake. My boy BRedd. And we'll catch y'all on the next one, y'all. 4 Quarters Pod. Appreciate y'all. Peace.